Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a little bit of a foundation review on the new Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I just got this probably maybe a week and a half ago and wearing it every day since. So I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on it today. I wasn't planning on getting this foundation, but I went to Ulta to pick up makeup wipes and a little bit of face scrub, and then she was like, oh, come over here, come get me, and I was like, okay girl, I'm on my way. Anyways, so I got the foundation. So first thoughts, I am not a huge fan of Urban Decay foundations, but I had seen a lot of reviews on this saying that it's full coverage, that it's matte, that it's this, that it's that. I'm just going to put the foundation on while I'm putting it. Talk while I'm putting on my foundation. I pumped out 2 pumps on my hand, and I'm going to be applying it with a flat brush just to spread out the product first. A lot of you are like, oh my god, that's so much foundation, but I like to spread out my foundation with an actual foundation brush to make sure I get kind of like an even amount everywhere before blending it out with a 3D blender, just because I feel like sometimes if I put it on in little areas, I put too much in one area and I end up using way too much. So I like to spread it out first. So I've just been hearing everywhere that this foundation is so matte, ridiculously matte, and it oxidizes 5 shades darker. As you can see, it's already actually oxidizing on my skin as we speak. I do have some self-tan on, so this foundation is going to look light at first. I do find that this foundation varies per person, the oxidation, just because a lot of foundations that oxidize on people, on me, they don't oxidize as bad. This one is pretty bad. It's probably one of the worst for oxidizing for me personally, because even as you can see, this side compared to this side already looks darker. I hope you can tell with my lighting. And it's very, very full coverage. Keep in mind that this was 2 pumps, and 2 pumps honestly is not that much. So this is very full coverage, but I will say that it's not an uncomfortable full coverage for me personally. I am oily, but I do suffer from a lot of dry skin just because I do use a lot of chemical grade skincare, a lot of retinols, things like that, different chemical stuff to combat acne and just have healthier, smoother, tighter skin in general. So with that being said, I do peel a lot from those medications. So I do kind of have to keep that in consideration when wearing a matte foundation. This one, I do feel like if you're dry, run for the damn hills, because it's super, super matte. It's probably one of the most matte foundations I have. I'm an avid Studio Fix fluid wearer, and this foundation is even more matte than that. The first time I tried it, I pumped out 3 pumps, and I was like, oh, okay, for sure, let's go in for it. And I wasted so much product, and at first I thought it was going to be way too light, but it's weird, as soon as you start blending it out, it gets darker. It gets darker as you're blending. It's not something that happens a couple hours later. It's so weird. This foundation looks like it would be my not self-tan color, but it actually matches my self-tan. It is a little bit light, but it's nothing. A little bit of bronzer can't fix, and a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, the foundation is a little bit lighter than my self-tanned neck, but we're gonna even it out with bronzer, things like that. I'm gonna do the rest of my foundation and whatnot, finish off with this eye look and stuff off camera. Tutorial will be coming soon. These lashes are huge. And yeah, we will be right back to finish off this review. Alright guys, so this is how my skin looks when the foundation finally settles into the skin with powders and stuff. I don't find that anything sets any different. I feel like I do need to set it with the more of a moisturizing setting spray just because it is so matte. I feel like that'll really help you if you're a little bit more oily combo and you feel like it's really drying. I like the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray or MAC Fix Plus. Those 2 are probably my go-to for actually adding more moisture and more of a skin-like appearance, especially when your skin's more flaky and dry. I feel like highlight, anything shimmery, or even a lot of powders look very creepy on the skin when it's dry, and then you put a matte foundation on. My favorite thing to do when I'm more dry with this foundation, I use a very moisturizing or illuminating primer like the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, or I'll mix in a liquid illuminator with the foundation, and I'll use it with an Artiste brush. When I mix in illuminators with the foundation, I usually tend to use more of a buffing brush just because I feel like the pressed pearls kind of activate. I don't know, because whenever I use a beauty blender, it doesn't look as luminous I don't know what it is. It might be in my head, but hey girl, hey, whatever works for you. But yeah, those are my tips for people who really like the foundation, but on some days when your skin's a little bit more tired, a little bit more tired and dehydrated, I would highly recommend doing the illuminator or a more moisturizing primer. But yeah, overall, I really love this foundation. Highly recommend it for my oily people with acne skin. I haven't broken out from this, and I am pretty sensitive, and I've had a lot of like acne, like random breakouts lately, and I haven't broken out from this yet. And usually I'll break out within the first day if a foundation's gonna break me out. And I've been using it for almost 2 weeks now. So yeah, I really do love this. Make sure you go a shade lighter or get a tester, not a tester, a sample, and really try it on, or have someone try it on you and walk around for like an hour and see how it settles into your skin before shade matching, just because it can be really, really deceiving, so keep that in mind. But overall, it's a great foundation, especially if you're more oily and you're looking for something more long wearing. And yeah, I hope you guys like this review. Let me know what else you guys want me to review so I can do that. Thank you so much for watching. Tutorial for this look coming. And yeah, until next time, I will see you then.